J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them nothing can touch me on.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. I appreciate everybody for coming through tonight. It's a lot of things everybody could be doing and watching and spending time doing. So everybody coming through watching this, whether you watching live or on the replay, I appreciate your time. We're going to get into some of the top stories of the week. Break down some of these things. It's been a rough week for me. And, I did lose my cousin. Just passed away yesterday. He's 1 year older than me. Probably my best friend since I moved here in Indiana and in Indianapolis. And although maybe not as close in the last year or so, he had a lot of stuff going on and things, but, definitely sad about that. So, just a reminder, the people in your life, that's the most important thing. We get sometimes sidetracked with the jobs and money and all this other stuff, and, you got to try to spend time with those people in your life that are good, in your life. I'm not saying like the people may be good, but if they good with you and you all have, connections and things, it's what it's all about, in my opinion. It ain't all about how much money you got or what, clothes or you pay this or pay that. It's the friendships and the bonds and all of that stuff. So, a lot of times we take that stuff for granted. People are so disposable nowadays. You say one thing, I'll never talk to you again. Or you don't do one thing and I'll never see you again and things. And I think we all are missing the bigger picture nowadays and the friendships and connections and things. So I ain't gonna stay on that too long. I don't want to get too sad on here. But I am gonna put together a little GoFundMe or something just to, give at least $500 or something. Try to help out. So anyway, it's a lot of stuff going on in the news this past week. What's up, Fudgy Babe? How you doing? Good to see you. Fudgy Babe been rocking with me so long. One of the first supporters on this channel, so I definitely appreciate you coming through. Scance Rants, what's up? Where you at, J Mo, in my Life Games voice? Where you at, J Mo? Big Bird, what's up, man? How you doing? You see, I had something in my teeth, y'all. I was getting my teeth straightened, literally. And I had an aligner set, and one of the people that was helping me earlier in the year threw my set away. And then I had to get another set, which then I had to go through a bunch of changes with the dentist and things. Anyway, I'm almost to the point where I'm about to get my other set back and get my teeth straight again, because they was crooked. And then they got really straight. And now they trying to separate like an old married couple. So, I got to bring them back together. Parent trap them. Anyway, see, I'm getting a little gap. Damn. That ain't good. Too many spaces. Get too much food in my teeth. Thank you, Fudgy Babe. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate that. Let me see what's some of the topics. So, tonight, and I don't know how long I may be on tonight, but a couple of the big stories that I was going to talk about is with hip-hop getting metoo now. Because you see Puffy having this going on with Gloria Velez and Aaron Hall, and just a lot of stuff happening right now. It looks like the hip hop industry is finally about to get their comeuppance, I guess. Maybe when the white women were doing all the Me Too movement with the film executives, maybe the sisters was like, well, I ain't no snitch. I ain't gonna get no money. But now they can get some money. So, hey, it's on. Now, this first one I'm going to talk about is in regards to Diddy, Puff Daddy, and one of his security members recently spoke out on TMZ about the Cassie lawsuit. It says that Diddy's ex-head of security speaks on Cassie claims after being named in the settled suit. It says the guy who used to head up Diddy's security operation seems to be addressing at least one of Cassie's allegations. And it says right here, Roger Bonds, who worked for Diddy for years and who's been pictured with both Diddy and Cassie at different events dating back at least a decade, took to Instagram to speak out. He said, "This is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it for two reasons only. First, because I have 4 daughters, so on all dudes, my truth as I seen it, saw it, and was involved with it for years." He writes, this is not, okay, so it says, he adds, my nose is running, y'all, I'm sorry. It says that in his accompanying caption to his since deleted post, I don't know why people post this stuff and delete it, which includes lots of shots with him and Cassie in public, reads, "I'm willing to tell my tooth. I'm willing to tell the tooth. You can't handle the truth. Because for so many years I was quiet. Nothing matters now but family." So there's Cassie with the shaved head and Roger, and that's in 2013. It says, now as far as what Bonds is actually referring to here, well, it would appear to be a certain section of Cassie lawsuit which was officially dismissed. It says, she name dropped him as a witness to an alleged assault she says she suffered at the hands of Diddy in 2009 when she claims he beat her after learning she was talking to another music manager at a club in L.A. Cassie claimed Diddy was stomping on her in the car afterward and alleges Bonds even tried to intervene to stop his boss. Okay, it says, unclear if Bonds plans to say more beyond what he did in these IG posts of his on its face, but it's unclear what exactly he's even revealing, if anything, but it does seem like he's perhaps lending credence to his alleged anecdote with Cassie. It says, we've been trying to figure out when Bonds left Diddy's orbit and under what circumstances, but at first glance, this isn't a great look for Puff, who's already been sued for alleged sexual, misconduct, I guess you could say. I almost said the whole thing. Twice more since Cassie's lawsuit. Now, let's see, what does this say? Okay, it didn't exactly detail too much there. Cassie was very pretty. I have to give it to her. It says, we reached out to Diddy's camp for comment. So far, no words back. So, he really didn't have, at least they're not saying exactly what he revealed. It says, Bonds mentioning Cassie's suit. He say, now that my name is involved, I'll tell the truth. But it's not, he didn't say anything yet. Okay. Well, hey, we'll see how it all turns out in the end. I mean, his name may have been put in it, but the case is settled. So There's no need to even say anything else, I guess, but I don't know. Thank you, Fudgy Babe, for the super chat, super sticker. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get my energy up a little bit and my hopes up. I know I'm probably not sounding very energetic and happy as usual right now. I do got a lot on my mind. I almost didn't go live tonight, but I know how this business is, and if you're not consistent, people forget about you. I was having 100 people live all the time, and then you stop doing it and people find other stuff to do and forget about you, and that's just how it goes. So it's a lot of work trying to build that back up. So that's why I'm still here, although I'm trying to do a few other things. I've been working on my stand-up comedy at nights, which has really had me tired and different things. I still got to try to make it work and maintain this. We do have Raising Canaan coming out this week, which would be good. I know a lot of people are looking forward to checking that out. Definitely need something to get our minds off of the day-to-day in life, you know. And that's what all this entertainment and stuff is really for, to help relieve some of the day-to-day stress, get your mind off of some stuff for a while. But sometimes we get overly entertained, and some people is doing too much entertainment and not enough real life. So always keep in mind that this is the break. This is your break, you know, from real life. But never do more than real life with entertainment, because then it becomes a problem. You ain't doing enough real life. Anyway, yeah, man, definitely appreciate it. Fudgy Babe, thank you. Dame Dollar, what's up? You say we hope it gets better. Yeah, definitely. On another story, we all know that the guy, Stephen Twitch Boss, earlier, I believe it was this year, so much has happened this year, but earlier this year, took his own life. Now we see that his wife has now sold their home for $3.5 million. He probably should have stuck around and maybe just sold the home and did some other things and maybe made it work. I don't know. That's another thing that I want to touch on, is sometimes we may feel that it's a hopeless situation, or we can't talk to somebody, or nobody will understand, but that ain't really always the case. You may be surprised who would listen or understand or help. And I know every situation is different, but it would have been good if he was able to find an alternative other than what he decided to do. And so now she sold the home. She's going to move on with her life and the kids, unfortunately, without him. But he could have possibly made different choices and probably still be here. It says Allison Holker has officially bid adieu to the Encino home she shared with her late husband, selling it after purchasing an ultra-modern farmhouse in L.A. last month for $5 million. So he must have had a great insurance policy or something. How they have all this money, but they said that he allegedly did this for financial reasons. I'm not sure. It says 11 months, less than a year. Less than a year. Which, man, life goes on, man. And the things that I've seen and learned, like, life goes on. You think you got people that's down for you, and as soon as something happens, they'll bounce, or as soon as you gone, it's man. Anyway, I mean, I'm not saying life is not supposed to go on. It does. So, you know, that's why it's important to I can't necessarily say get counseling because I never had it, but in my experience, I haven't had anybody tell me that counseling wasn't helpful for them. So, whether it's counseling or whatever the case may be, try to do something to get some help before those last decisions. Some people are so stubborn, no matter what they say, no matter what they're going through, they won't believe it, they won't make a change, and that is very frustrating. It's very frustrating because you want to help and you understand this and that, and it's very hard sometimes. And maybe it won't work. You know, it don't always work. I know my cousin is so stubborn. So stubborn. So, anyway. It says, that she's seeking a fresh start now. He did take his life in a hotel, a motel, or something like that. So that's a good thing as far as whoever buying the house, they don't have to deal with that type of situation. Says, according to real estate records, just a month, she sold it in a month. Just a month after listing the place for 3.7, she sold it for 3.5. Wow. It says, with Allison's chapter closed on the 6-bed, 7-bath, 4,600 square foot property. That was a huge place, where she made unforgettable memories filming dance videos with Steven. The new owner is in for a treat. It was built in 2018. That's a pretty new house. It has some defining features, such as a wine display, fully functioning butler's pantry, in a pro chef's kitchen, a pool house with its own private bathroom. But after a challenging year, it's only onward and upward for Allison, who's reportedly purchased herself a larger 5,800 square foot home, newly built this year, with 6 bathrooms, a movie theater, designer lighting, glass doors for the perfect indoor-outdoor Cali living experience. Wow. Okay. It says, clearly the move marks a much-needed fresh start for her and her children, Wesley, who's 15, Maddox, 7, and Zaya, that is 3. Speaking to Hoda Kotb in May, heartbroken Allison said the conversation she had with her kids was something she didn't wish on anybody. And he passed in December of 2022, leaving a note not referencing past challenges. Well, unfortunately, oh wow, I didn't even see this. Jocelyn Savage allegedly welcomes a baby girl with R. Kelly after his lawyers shut down the pregnancy rumors. What? She had a child with R. Kelly? The Instagram account of Jocelyn Savage, his 26-year-old fiance, has announced the birth of their baby girl. It says that she shared a post of the newborn on Instagram over the weekend, asserting the imprisoned singer was the child's father despite he being in prison since 2019. Damn, that's right. He been there since before COVID. So he getting conjugal visits. His reps have not commented. Or did he get sperm donation? It says the daughter is Ava Lee Kelly, born earlier this month. Shortly after, Savage followed the birth announcement with another photo and an emotional caption. My baby girl, Ava, when you were born, my whole world shined so bright. I knew that it was no longer about me anymore. It was about us. Though the world is cold, I promise to always protect you. I'm so happy to be your mother, and you bring me so much joy. She probably going to try to make that girl a singer. Now you sing. Sing, damn it. Sing. Dance, dance. You got the genes, it's in your blood. Well, I'm going to make you a star. It says the 26-year-old mother admitted in her brief memoir that she discovered she was pregnant months after the scandalous R&B musician sent an engagement ring to her house. He sent it the day after receiving a 30-year prison term for racketeering and trafficking. It says those rumors were quickly dispelled by his lawyer, who tweeted that Joy is not releasing a tell-all memoir and is not expecting his child. But those tweets have since been deleted. Why do people keep deleting it? It's going to be saved. People going to remember it. She also revealed to the outlet that the second volume of her memoir will be published the following year. She added that she continues to wish for his freedom so that he can get ready for new beginnings. A little digging revealed that 2 accounts share the same name. The original one hasn't been active since 2019. Do we believe that this baby exists? Is his future wife the one who posted this? Give us your feedback in the comments. Wowzers. What do you all think about this? This is an unexpected story I just saw right here. And if this is true, what? That's crazy. So, Damian Kenny, you say Kelly or his lawyers would want her to prove paternity. I know, right? They definitely would have to do that because the things that how is he going to impregnate her since 2019? He's been locked up. I like to know how that happened. He really do got that super sperm, you know what I'm saying? I believe I can hit it through prison. Damn, Kels. You know what I'm saying? So, Dame, you say stress impacts everyone differently. This is back to the Twitch boss wife comments. You say boss widow probably just wants to get out of LA. I'm sure that every time she was in that house, she sees memories and things that they did, and it's probably hard, and I would have probably wanted to leave too. Unless you had a lot of great memories and you don't want to leave because you want those memories. Now, because of the way he passed, she probably want to get away from it because she keep probably getting mad saying, why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And so she probably needed to get away to try to clear her mind, to stop saying why? Because that's probably what I would be thinking is why? And so, yeah, it definitely would be helpful to get the heck out of there. And you wouldn't have to keep thinking and feeling that way. Let's see. Now, Gloria Velez is now doing podcasts and things. And she came after Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell from 2 Live Crew, and said that he was out there, living that life wilding. She claimed she was 16 in some of these videos, and he said, you got the wrong one, or the right one, whichever way you want to look at it, because I'm used to going to court. Didn't you know I was banned in the USA, man, I was banned. Anyway, it seemed like everybody coming after the hip-hop industry now. Now, one thing about Luke is he said, hey, I didn't actually live that life. We rapped about it, but I didn't live it. And I made sure that things were straight and videoed. So let's see. So it says he just learned what grooming means after former video vixen Gloria Velez calls him out. He says y'all got the right one. I don't have no problem going to court. Now it's funny that Gloria Velez is kind of calling out people for sexualizing women when that's how she got in the industry, being a woman that was sexy, over-sexualized. If that wasn't what she had and she didn't like it, she may have never got into this industry, at least not at the time in the way she did. Being 16, 17 years old, she probably didn't have many skills or talents yet because most people don't at that age. So, I don't know. Now, she did get pregnant by Aaron Hall at 17 years old and have a child. And Aaron Hall was like 30. When I was 30, oh my goodness. When I was 30 years old, this don't even have anything to do with no laws or nothing like that. I remember this happening. I remember seeing some high schoolers and girls, and I remember thinking like, wow, they look so little. I remember thinking they look so little and look like babies. And I remember thinking, I remember when I went my freshman year to high school, and I remember thinking everybody looked so big and like grown. I remember thinking that, like, whoa, that's a senior. Oh, they seniors. Ooh, she a senior. Damn, she look like a grown woman. Whoa. And then I'm seeing these people, and I'm like, you a senior? You look like a baby. Wow. And they faces. Some of these girls do got some bodies now. I ain't gonna lie, but they just look like babies. And I remember thinking like, whoa, I'm old now. That's the first time it really clicked into me that I'm getting older, because they no longer looked like my peers. They looked like babies, like kids, and I didn't see any attractiveness in it. It wasn't even about, oh, they too young, what's your ID? Girl in the year, I get, no, I was seeing them like, ugh, what in the world? Now, am I saying all the girls at this age look? No, of course, some people more developed than others, or this and that. But on average, at 30 years old, and then what the hell am I talking to a damn 16, 17-year-old about, other than sex? What the hell do they know? You just teaching and showing and stuff. But, like, I couldn't imagine being with a 16-year-old in my 30s. What? What the hell would we be talking? What would we be? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Anyway, I just, boy, 30. So we see that Gloria Velez, and I'll make this a little bigger. So she then called out Uncle Luke. And it says Miami rap legend Uncle Luke is firing back at claims that he groomed young women in the 90s. The claims came from former video vixen, which, you call yourself a video vixen, and podcaster Gloria Velez, who spoke out about grooming in the industry. I think this is one way for her to get her podcast out there and get more views and attention by saying this, in my opinion. It says she called out Luke, saying, now, aside from being a former video vixen turned podcaster, Gloria Velez is also a mother, sharing a child with R&B singer Aaron Hall, who was recently named in a sexual assault lawsuit with Diddy. In the recent suit, which has become the third assault case blasting Diddy, a woman alleges that he and Hall took turns riggidying her, which is just, what in the world? It says, and if you see Aaron Hall's Vlad TV clips, oh man, he don't make himself look good now. It says, before the new lawsuit, Hall, formerly of the R&B group Guy, was already outed for dating an underage Velez back in the day. According to her, she was 16 when she met 30-year-old Hall, and at 17 gave birth to their son, Aaron Hall IV. Some years ago, Hall did an interview with Vlad TV where he bashed Velez. Clips from that interview have since resurfaced amid the news of his SA lawsuit with Diddy. In addition to that, a post 2019 via Velez has begun resurfacing as well. In the post, she shared a photo of herself at 17 and her infant son, and explained that she at the time spoke out against her son's father in order to protect her baby. In addition to the resurfaced content, Gloria Velez took to her Instagram story on Saturday and proceeded to call out another music industry vet for alleged grooming. She said, if you don't think grooming is happening in this business, you're sadly mistaken. It started in 94 with Luke and a few others in this business. I was in high school. I doubt it started in 94. It's been grooming in the music industry since the music industry started. But I get what she's saying. So she's saying she also shared a picture of her Stoneman Douglas High School ID card and said, I look like a baby. Man, I swear they do, though. She also shared another post that read, South Florida, 93-94. Teen clubs where the PD men scouted and groomed. It was their playground. Wow. They had teenage clubs? I remember when I was a teen, we wanted something like that. Because you couldn't really go to the clubs with liquor and you really didn't have nowhere to go. And I think it was one time something like that we found all the way out in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, catching wind of her comments, Uncle Luke took to Instagram Live and said, I just learned what the fork grooming means. I didn't even know what the fork grooming means. Grooming? What the fork is grooming? They had to explain that shite to me. Y'all got the right one. I don't have no problem going to court. The Miami legend continued to fire back and said, I'm not Russell Simmons. I'm not them other people. I don't do that. Woo! Because Russell Simmons did get Kimora Lee Simmons at like 17 years old. I know my brand. My brand is Luke. Hey, we want some pootie. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like a fork. Me so horny. The problem is when you know your brand and what you're singing about, you subject yourself to be in that kind of trap faster. So what you have to do is really not be about what those songs is talking about, because you can get yourself jammed up. That's very true. All these gangster rappers, don't be about the gangster life, because you'll end up getting killed, which happens a lot, unfortunately. It says he proceeded to explain how things run in his camp. He said, I video everything. Everybody signs releases. I do shows. Ain't no underage people doing no show with me. I fire girls. I have chaperone for the girls. I have one head dancer. She put everybody in check. This is not a traveling hoe house. So if you go and mess around with these other artists, you're going to get sent home, sweetheart. You'll get fired. Okay? So, very, very interesting stuff. Gloria Velez did just start a new podcast. Is this a way to gain publicity and things? If this is a current picture, I will say she still is looking very lovely. Very lovely lady. But I don't know about all of this to get publicity or exposure, or if it is true. I wish that it all didn't happen when this law came out in New York. I wish a lot of this stuff would have, came out before. But anyway. Damian Kinney, you say Gloria Velez was 16 when she met Aaron Hall in a club. First of all, she shouldn't have been in the club at 16. But let's say he said he admitted to seeing her, grabbing her hand and taking her away immediately to have her. He said he didn't know she was a puppy. He didn't know she was a puppy, yeah. Aaron Hall interview was crazy on Vlad TV. Some of the stuff he say, talking about everybody done seen his schlong. They know how big it is and how he lay it down. And they done seen him lay it down. Like, what? So, I never did that with even one of my friends. It has been times where me and my friends may have had some encounters with ladies, but we didn't do it in front of each other. We may have went in our own rooms with our lady friend and mind our business. We didn't be like, hey, look, watch this, friend. You see this? You see how I do it? Look how I do it. You like that? She did. You do too? Oh, okay. We friends. I ain't never did that. It wasn't my interest. And even I've been, like, walked in, kinda, because as soon as I saw what was up, I turned around and left. But walked in or seen my friends in the middle of some stuff, and I turned around and leave. I took an extra little peek, and then I left. I ain't want to sit there. How you do it? Okay, let me see your stuff. Oh yeah, you big, dude. Yeah, you packing. Oh yeah, she can take it though. Girl, you doing good. Yeah, you can take that. Ooh, I wouldn't want to take that. Ooh, you doing good. You strong. You is a strong black woman. You is. You real strong. The hell out of here, man. Hey, I take your word for it. You beat it up. Okay, that's good enough for me. I don't give a damn. What the hell I need to see it? You ain't beat that up. You ain't tear that up. I tore it up, man, all night. No, I don't believe. I need to see it. Next time, show me. Show me how you tear it up. I want to see. I don't believe it. I think you a 2-minute brother. You go all night long. I want to see. Let me see. Anyway, these guys are something else, man. I think a lot of this stuff is some power tripping, and I don't know, man. I guess I never had that type of ego, maybe, or never felt that way about myself to feel like, hey, I'm the man, look at me, check this out, do this, do that. Even good stuff, the things I do. I never said, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But it definitely is very weird, and I'm not used to seeing that. Now, let me go to this next clip. Let me see. All these damn things on here. Kim Kardashian got a show coming to Netflix. Who want to see that? Oh, wow. J-Lo went furniture shopping with Ben Affleck, and they was kissing on the couch. But the thing is, she wasn't wearing no makeup. J-Lo look amazing for 50-something years old, but without no makeup and all that other stuff, she looked like a 50-year-old Hispanic lady. She looked like a 50-year-old Hispanic woman, which is fine, but that's what she looked like. I'm trying to zoom in on that forehead. Look at that. That don't look like J-Lo. It look like somebody Tia, somebody aunt. So, that's kind of funny. Anyway, with no airbrush. Where's my damn... Why are some people talking about Blue Ivy can dance or not dance? People is something else, man. Hold on. Tiffany Haddish with the DUI. She addressing that, unfortunately. Hopefully, she doesn't have any dangerous incident. What do y'all think about Andre 3000 dropping his first album in 17 years, playing the flute? I don't know. Wale, there was a part of this Diddy stuff that Wale got hung out the window on some big red. Offer hours up from 9 to 5. But he's saying that ain't true. So, I don't know. I do have one funny story I want to bring up right quick while I'm thinking about it. A Florida man who's 70 years old got arrested for hurling a pack of Oreos at his wife and knocking her over because he was upset the coffee maker had no water in it. Bitch, put the water in the coffee maker. Bow. Oreo. You didn't have to hit me with the Oreos. Why you hit me with the Oreos? I was about to put the water into the container. Reach around. You reach around and put it in there. I was about to reach around there. This dude is 70 years old, married to his wife for 40 years, slapped with a felony domestic battery charge of a person 65 years or older. It says he assaulted his wife with the beloved cookies as he was sitting in the kitchen. They got into a verbal fight about the coffee maker not having any water in it. And then he became aggressive and hurled the pack of Oreos, hit her in the chest. It caused the elderly woman to fall over. They were double stuffed. They were heavy. Double stuffed, and it knocked me over. It says while on the ground, he allegedly placed his hands around her throat but did not restrict her breathing. I was trying to help her up. That's all. It looked like a handle. The throat is like a perfect grip for the hand, like a handle. So I grab her by the throat and I yank her up. That's all. I just wanted to help her. Oh, they said that they didn't observe any obvious injuries on the woman, but he did admit it to picking up the Oreos and throwing it. He said he had no memory of grabbing the throat. I don't remember that part. But she did forget that damn water. Man, life is too short, y'all. Life is too short, man. We gotta have a little more appreciation for each other and the little things, man. We say, not the Oreos. Hey, straight up, man. It is just something else. Something else, man. Yeah, Damian Kenny, that is a good point with the Birth of a Nation movie. That was kind of sad that it worked out that way. Especially after, it could have really been awakening for some people. But then again, those people don't want to see what happened with Birth of a Nation because they kind of cleaned house. Which that's why they don't like Nat Turner's legacy. And they always like to say how they got revenge and wiped all them out. So, all right, this is my last story of the night. I ain't really got no energy tonight, man. I'm trying. But I am kind of dealing with some things, man. But we'll see Derek Chauvin. We all know that he pretty much killed George Floyd. And anybody that says he died from an overdose, your information is wrong. It's wrong. He would not have died from an overdose if he did not have a knee on his neck, on his throat for so long. If that situation didn't happen, that man was not going to die that day. He was not going to die that day. And so I've seen some people say they believe that he was dying from the drugs in the system, this, that, and that. It's not. It's not. And if you watch that video, I mean, it's obvious that's not what happened. Anyway, we already knew he was going to get his ass handed to him, which is why they sent him to an Arizona prison. But this case is so big that everybody everywhere knows, and it don't matter what prison you send him, they gonna get his ass. The only benefit is if he would have went to prison in Minnesota, he would have been locked up with people that he put behind bars personally, which would have been a double whammy. He probably wouldn't have made it out the first week. Now we see that his family slams prison's officials, and they say, why do they have to learn about him being stabbed from the media? Now, he was stabbed, and that is unfortunate if his family learned from the media. But the media does move faster than a lot of other things these days. Anyway, it says that his family is angry. They learned from the media that their imprisoned son was stabbed and not from prison officials. Look at him. He's just such a cutie pie, isn't he? He's just a cutie, good loving guy. It says that Carolyn Palenti, the mother of the cop who murdered George Floyd, told Alpha News, how the hell do these news agencies know? And his own mother doesn't even know. She asked the prison had an emergency contact number, her number, but no one called. She went on, I can't even think what to say. I haven't been to bed and made a path in my kitchen and living room floor by pacing. Chauvin's attorney says he got involved and tried calling the prison for info, but hasn't heard back. And another lawyer of his slammed prison officials for its radio silence. It appears to be indicative of a poorly run facility and indicates how Derek's assault was allowed to happen. Yeah, they are poorly run facilities, and it is indicative of what has happened. And it is the reason why people should stop over, locking up people and warehousing people in the prisons and stuff. And yeah, now the cop gets to see what he's been doing and seeing what's happening. It says that the lawyer added, how the family members who are in charge of his decisions regarding his personal medical care and emergency contact were not informed after his stabbing. It further indicates the institution's poor procedures and lack of institutional control. It says, as we reported, he was stabbed in the federal prison in Arizona, where he is currently serving a nearly 21-year sentence after pleading guilty to a federal charge of violating his civil rights. It says that he's in stable condition after he was assaulted Friday in Tucson federal pen, and it was carried out by another inmate. Prison doctors performed life-saving measures on Chauvin. There have been no updates on his condition, so they had to perform life-saving measures. What is this? Thomas Lane sentenced to 2.5 years for his role in George Floyd's death. Who was he? Was he that other cop? Yeah. He only got 2.5 years. He was sitting there with him. And well, you can't have it all. I mean, you see this knee on this man's neck. How could anyone say that he died from drugs? If you lay down, face with your stomach down, hands behind your back, and you have somebody do this for as long as they did, come on, man. That's crazy. The reason that I'm even saying that is because it's another YouTuber that I like and I watch, and he's a comedian, although they weren't joking, but they believe that he died from a drug overdose. And of course, that's just insane. Anyway, a lot of people have their own different news feeds and streams, and sometimes get information differently. We all in our own little echo chambers, So, what's up, B? How you doing, sis? Glad to have you back, coming through, as always. What's up, Savannah? How you doing? What's up, Encouraging Warrior? You said they don't like them graham crackers no more? Throwing them Oreos. Dame Dollar, you say, well, George Zimmerman destroyed Trayvon Martin and made disparaging remarks about Trayvon's parents and George free living his life. Yeah, I know, right? He did just come out in the news recently talking about he broke and he don't have no money. I remember him getting a whole lot of donations when he was going through trials, so now he broke and no money, so I don't understand that one, but, That's a great point, B. The irony, life-saving measures on Chauvin, but Chauvin refused life-saving measures on Floyd. Wow. That is very ironic, isn't it? Very, very ironic that those people were there to save and protect him, but he wasn't able to do the same. So that is very ironic. Encouraging Warrior is such a stereotypical answer. It's always a drug overdose. Shake my head. Yeah, see, people that say that don't understand. If the man been using drugs, his body was used to that amount. He wasn't about to die. That was his normal dosage. So he was walking around talking. Everything was fine until he was down on the ground. They try to make it seem like he was in danger of having a heart attack in 30 minutes regardless. Get out of here. That's the people that don't want to believe it, so you look for whatever you can look for to then reinforce your own ideas. You have to have a blank slate and accept information and then, take each piece of information at its face value and make a decision. You don't look for information that goes with your own narrative. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all, man. It was hard today for me, like I said earlier. Those that's here now or watching on the replay, I appreciate it. But earlier in the video, I did have a very significant person pass in my life. It's like my best friend since I've been here in Indianapolis, and my cousin and everything. So I am going to try to do a little GoFundMe to at least be able to give like $500 or something. Try to help out. I'll try to have that for tomorrow. And appreciate everybody. Try to enjoy each other's company. Enjoy the little things, man. And I know it's easier said than done, but try not to let some things get to you. It's a couple little small things that I look at now, and then we wasn't necessarily okay, I got you, B. We wasn't necessarily as close in this last year or so, and looking back at some of the things, you're thinking like, man, that was petty. Should have let some things go, Time flies, especially with men. We don't talk, say, hey, I'm sick, or I got this going on, or da-da-da-da-da. Or maybe it don't come the same way, or we don't feel like, I don't know. Yeah, man. Life is something else. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some interviews with people. Interviewing them. Getting the life stories. And they ain't necessarily got to be famous people, because everybody, they got crazy stories in life. That don't mean you had to be famous. So I know my parents got some crazy stories in their life. I might even start with them. Do some long form interviews, maybe 3 hours long or something. Cut out a couple clips and things for those with no attention span, But just sit down and just talk and stuff. So anybody that may be interested or have some interesting life experience or story, you may have to hit me up on Instagram. You see it right there at JAYMOOREREVIEWS, and I might have to do some interviews with you. We sit back and talk and see what it is. So, we'll see what's up. I might be like Joe Rogan or Lex Friedman or somebody. I don't know. Jay Mogan. Well, I put the Cash App here if anybody want to do a little thing to support. I appreciate it. And, get out of here. Hey, thanks, B. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the love and support. And definitely happy. Some of the best things about this is some of the people that I met. Some of the people I done met, I'd be like, oh my goodness. But some of the people that I met, I'm like, wow, these are really good people. I wish I could have met these people at different times, But definitely appreciate the support and all the love. And, everybody, y'all be safe out there. And, don't take for granted the little things, because, like they say, that's the spice of life, That's what make life good, the spice, the seasoning. The little things, it all adds up. You can have a big piece of chicken, but if you ain't got no seasoning on it, how good is that white hunk of meat? Unless you've been starving, then you gonna bite the blood out that mug. You gonna bite the booty off of them. But other than that, you gonna at least want some salt and pepper on it. Anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm gonna try to make it back tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, or if I'm gonna go to the comedy club or what. So we'll see. I might even go live earlier. Instead of 10 o'clock. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Deuces.